Hello, I would just like to say thank you for anybody that's come this far to actually view this little link that I'm putting out everywhere. It's showing a little bit of ingenuity. I'm thinking outside the box, works that hard to be able to come and get hold of that. I'm trying to think of something different, and hopefully somebody will sit up and take notice, really. Yeah, my name's Simon Webster. I'm out of work, as you guess. This is totally improvised. It's not rehearsed or anything like that. I want to come across as natural. Just much the same as if you were in an actual interview. What I'd like to say, just briefly, because I guess that you guys are very, very busy. And I don't want to take too much of your time, yeah, it's just a little bit about myself. Anyway, let me start. As I mentioned, my name is Simon Webster. I live in Hemel Hempstead, which is Hertfordshire, which is about 30 miles north of London. I did have a photography business last year. Unfortunately, it became a statistic the same as a lot of small businesses. And I was unable to maintain an income from it, so it was unviable and had no choice but to close it down. I've been in photography for the best part of 20 years. I have a City and Guilds which I gained back in the 90s, a 2-year night school course. I'm largely self-taught, as I say, but yeah, this 2 years night school course, I did it for formal qualification for any, again, prospective employer back then, and I passed the whole of it, which was 5 modules, which equaled 5 distinctions, which was 100%. It entitled me to gain automatically an LRPS, which is a licentiate of the Royal Photographic Society. I've also won a national award for one of my works back in the 90s, and had recognition for others, but that's as far as it went, unfortunately. What can I say? Photography CV is a glowing CV for anybody that was interested, but due to lack of contacts, I've never really been able to achieve my goals and ambitions. What I'd like to say about that, is that I'm still trying, and hopefully somebody somewhere will one day sort of pick up on what I can offer. As I say, I embraced the digital technology when that came out. Shows my age, really. I did start training all those years ago, using a darkroom with the chemicals. Photoshop skills, really sort of up on it. It's a little program I really enjoy using for retouching and digital manipulation, which enables me to sort of do photo art, in the creative side. Creative side, yes, not just photo art. I used to do a little bit of painting, so obviously I'm sort of have a leanings towards the creativity side. Creative writing, as I say, being into photojournalism, it goes without saying, really. The actual articles I write, I try to put a real good stamp on them, of quality, and if anybody reads anything that I've done, then I'm sure you'll agree with me. I have articles for anybody that wishes to peruse. They will be on demotics.com, which is it's classed as a citizen journalist site. So as I say, being like a lot of people there, I like to cover stories that aren't usually mainstream. And that's not saying that I don't want to, because if the opportunity is there, then yes, I'll cover anything. Doesn't really matter what subject, I can lend myself to and put 100% effort in. So as I say, if you go into demotics.com, and it's Simon_Webster. You'll see some of my latest works that I've put on there, and images to accompany. They are written, a few of them are written in the first person, but then I did that particularly for that site because I felt that I wanted to put a personal touch on them being there, instead of actually picking up literature from Google or whatnot. You know, I was actually there, so being in the first person made more sense to write it that way. I know that it's not something that's wanted within the industry, but that's what I wanted to do for those. Images, yes, as you can imagine, with 20 years or thereabouts, I've taken thousands and thousands and thousands of images. I worked with an agency as a stock photographer for the best part of 15 years, contributed work as and when to them. And they've got the best part of, well, the last count, I think it was up to about 1,500 images. Now, obviously, if you do view those, you know, please keep in mind that they are for stock, so that's reasons why they are shot in a certain manner. But again, if you're interested, it's going to the Rex features, go into the search box, and it's asterisk and then SWB, which will bring up my work if you would like to see it. I'll say that's all I've really achieved in the time after my college course and everything else, really. I'm a family man, so I put that before everything else. I have 3 children, you know, and so obviously, you know, maintaining an income and putting food on the table was always priority and number one. But as I say, last year I thought, I'm going to take the chance, and I tried to get a business off the ground. Unfortunately, it didn't work due to various circumstances, but you know, it's best to have tried. When that folded, I've tried you know, various different avenues within the photo world and all the media around it. But it's, as I say, the reason I'm doing this is because I find it very, very demoralising in the fact that all the efforts that you put in, whether it be a CV or anything like that, nobody ever gets back to you. You know, the days aren't that busy where a simple thanks but no thanks it wouldn't go amiss just for a little bit of acknowledgement. I mean, because there's a lot of people like myself that are out here. We do find it difficult. We are trying hard. We're very, very low self-esteem because of our situation that we're in. So a little bit of acknowledgement, you know, will go a very, very long way. But as I say, I don't want. It's not about a gripe or anything like that. It's more about an actual who, what, when, and where type of thing, like an interview. So, you know. But yeah, as I say, after my business folded, I did try to gain contacts within the media, all to no avail. Due to the fact that nobody ever gets back to you, and you know, okay, yeah, as you probably gather, I'm a middle-aged man, but I've got so much to offer. You know, I've got you know, lots of skills. I find it, you know, I love a challenge, you know, and I love the opportunity, and I'd love to be able to prove myself. And any prospective employer that's watching this, please, you know, consider me, because, you know, it's a thing that I can, you know, I'm very, very loyal man, as you guess, being a family man, you know, and the thing is that if anybody would take me on, then I can show that I can grow and, you know, and blossom within a firm, and you know, I can really prove myself and unquestionably loyal. So yes, that's basically about it, really. yeah, as I say, I've got marvellous portfolios, and I use plural in that sense because I've got portfolios that I could show you for photo art, studio work, photojournalism, news, anything really. I can do it all. I wanted to sort of do this. I'd just like to say that I wanted to do this situation like this because since my business collapsed last year, the only opportunity I've ever had, which was the closest thing to an interview, was an assessment. Now, I'm old school in the facts. Sitting in a class where I felt like I was Father Time, basically, and the assessors in there, I felt that I could have been their dad. I mean, don't get me wrong or anything like that. It's not sort of being arrogant, but when you actually have to get up and stand up and talk about something like an inanimate object, say in my case I used a pen to describe myself, and what my capabilities are, and the similarities between a pen and myself. And I thought, well, if this is where we've got to a stage, and this is how we are, for an interview, then there's no help, and there's no hope for anybody. So yeah, this is why I feel that I want to do this, because I can come across this way far better. I can conduct myself, and hopefully you'll see that, in an intelligent and articulate manner, which also shows within my creative writing. Yeah, going back to that, yeah, the journalist side, I can do articles on any subject, as mentioned. Creative writing, yes, being arts inclined, I also like to dabble in sort of creative spoken word as well, poetry to some. So yes, I've got a lot to offer, and not only have I got all the skills for the media in that respect, but I can also say that I'm doing a course on web design. I'm on stage 1 at the moment. I know it's just sort of the beginnings, but I'm picking it up really well for Adobe Dreamweaver. It's a 3-stage course, so again, I've got another skill that I will be able to bring to somebody who takes me on, and I can offer that skill at a later stage to anybody that sees me as who I am. So yeah, I say lots to offer. Yeah, as I say, coming up 42, I've still got plenty of years left in me. I know that a lot of firms, they say they're equal opportunities and all of this, and that they're not into ageism, but I do tend to find that now, and it is harder to find work when you do get to a certain age. So yeah, whether or not they say that it's, and use other excuses, but it is very demoralising. Yeah, I've got my own studio, which is a remnant from the past of my photo job that I had. I've still got all of that, all my own equipment I own. So yeah, I'm available for anything. Deadlines, yes, as you can imagine, sort of doing freelance work and sending work off to various organisations within certain times, and working to spans, editing, cropping, and all of the usual that you see on job descriptions. I can do all of that, and working to tight deadlines too. I relish it really. I find that whatever I do, I put 100% effort into, as mentioned already, and that's basically it. I'm not going to keep going on and repeating myself, and I don't want to waffle on, because as I say, I know you guys are busy, but hopefully someone somewhere out there will pick up on this, and I hope it's somewhere in the near future, because as I say, with 3 kids to support, increasingly difficult times, I do find myself in a real bad situation. And being a working man all my life, I don't like it. I don't like being in this, and it's not for me. So this is why I'm doing this. Yes, I suppose it could be seen as an act of desperation, and yeah, honesty. I am. I'm desperate. I do need a job. And then again, yeah, another key sort of thing, yeah, is honesty. It's probably why I've never got anywhere. As I say, I've really I put everything that I can. Anyway, what I'd like to say just before I go, this is my web address, email address, Simon Webster Photographic at yahoo.co.uk. Obviously, going out into cyberspace, if anybody wants to contact me, then I can further details and whatnot along. I'm also on Facebook under the same name of Simon Webster Photographic. That's not my regular Facebook site like everybody has. It used to be, again, like a remnant from my old business that I've kept on. I've got best part of a couple of thousand images on there that I put on. They're not to everybody's taste, but hopefully it shows a creative streak, and gives a new dimension to photography, which is what I'm hoping to achieve. And as I say, anything that's controversial has done its job. That's how I see it, as an artist as well. So thanks again for reviewing this. As I say, don't forget to check out my Facebook site, my Rex features and demotics as well, and hopefully I'll hear from one of you very soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.